the season, there are always some surprises, Greg. It goes to show you how impossible the NBA season is to actually predict.
And you never know what's going to happen, Kevin, until the game starts. Some teams look good and flop out of the gates. Other teams take giant leaps forward.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Ivica Zubac is out there with Collins. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. Beal finds Doncic. Back to Beal. Collins in the post. Defended by Towns. That one doesn't drop. And it's Conley with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Turner. Nets passing it around. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
And you look at Paul George, Doris, he really fits any system you can think of.
Kevin, that's about two things, the skill set and the mindset. If you need him to take over, he can change and get that line of thinking in his mind. You want him to play a secondary role, he can adjust there mentally as well.
They get it back. Goes up again, and Turner with the lay-in.
Well, there's a level of commitment that Miles Turner is showing on the glass right now. Goes hard to get rebounds and get an opportunity for the putback.
And they get it, and finished off by Beal.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Conley with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Wow, you see the physical defense against Luka didn't even matter. He powers right through it.
Outside, George. It's Powell on the wing. Towns sets the pick for Powell. The tray. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Doncic against Conley. Thiem passes to Doncic. Collins wide open. He fires. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Passes it to George. Back to Conley. Drives to the hoop. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Charlotte shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal.
Now, here's Collins. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. LaVine against Powell. And George with the stuff.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
It's Beal on the wing. Outside, LaVine. And the Hornets miss again. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to George. And here's Towns. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. Beal pulls it in. Hornets trail by 4. Boy, Brooklyn GA did all they could to assemble a championship team, and look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you take your swings in this league, and sometimes it works, sometimes you have to retool, and they still have some good players to build around.
Here's Conley following the bucket by the Hornets. Left side, Towns. Over Collins. Towns, no luck.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Levine. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Boy, the extraordinary playmaking instincts of Luka Doncic on display right there.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Morris is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. The Hornets also with the sub. Higgins is checked in.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
On the wing, Doncic. Turner covering. Doncic kicks to Levine. Doncic feeling it out. Outside for Beal. The three. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a few seasons ago, Norman Powell was hopping around the NBA from team to team.
You know, remarkably, Kevin, though his locker and location may have been changing, his play was consistent through that stretch and beyond. Here's a player who you know his game, and he can deliver scoring punch wherever he is.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. That two comes in for Turner. And it's Josh Hart in for Mike Conley. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Nets. Plumlee, he's checked in for Charlotte. Off the inbound, and Doncic throws it down.
I'll tell you, some people question the athleticism of Luka Doncic, but boy, he loves to dunk on occasion and let you hear about it.
Now, here's George. He picked up 36 points in their last one against Toronto. Puts up a three, and there's the bucket from Medu. Last outing for Charlotte, they won that game against the Knicks.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Now, here's Hart. And right now, he's averaging about 7 points a game. Morris is checked in for the Hornets.
Monte Morris.
Hornets trail by 5. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. Feeds it to Levine. Outside for Beal. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Shoots over Beal. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Back to Levine. Charlotte moving it around. Morris dishes to Plumlee. Now the pass to Morris. Down low. It's stolen by Morris. In transition. Here come the Nets. And it's George missing. Charlotte's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Morris passes to Beal. Excellent D there from George.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Offensive rebound. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Well, let's see how they play the clock.
Morris finds Plumlee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
Mason Plumlee. Shooting 2.
And the second free throw, good. Brooklyn leading by 6. Outside, George. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. That ball's nice feed that time from George.
Oh, my goodness. Luke Kennard from the next zip code. Good night.
And Beal kicks to Morris. Back to Beal. Outside, Levine. Teardrop shot. And here's Morris for three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Okay, time now for an injury report. For an update on Karl Anthony Towns' injury, let's go over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Nets was able to update me on the situation. And this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. Tough news for the momentum of the team at this stage of the season. That's all we've got from now. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Josh Hart out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Metu in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Knocks it loose. And George, here we go. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Well, Paul George won't be shy. You give him a driving lane, he will expose you defensively.
Got that one, and the Nets lead has been kept back down to a 7-point margin, getting the points there from Morris. And the Nets shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Morris with a screen on Morris. The open shot by Kennard. Again, the Nets for 2.
Yeah, Luke Kennard's mid-range game on point right there.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And the Hornets making a change here. Trent's checked in. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings. They tell a great story. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And the Hornets, they've had an interesting start to the year. Lately, they put together some nice wins, and you get the general sense that their confidence is growing.
Kennard against Morris. The way the league is now, Greg, on any given night, we sometimes see a team fall flat. Is it just luck of the draw?
Sometimes players are tired, and sometimes they relax. You know, this is why leadership is so vital. Setting that standard for others to follow.
Turner's checked in for the Nets. Mike Conley comes in for Luke Kennard. Conley against Morris. Outside, George. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Morris passes to Caruso. Wiggins from outside. Good on the triple. Wiggins has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, right now, Andrew Wiggins understanding in the catch and shoot, they can't guard him.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George is one of the game's premier two-way wings. He says, I believe in my talent and what I can do, but I feel my job is to make everybody better. That's what I try to do when I'm on the floor. Just make the game easy for everybody, whether it's creating or just being aggressive and making reads off of that. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, David, let's the game come to him. Well said by him. Thank you. And that one's good. Wiggins.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Turner for three. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Stolen by Conley. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Nets?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Brooklyn. Powell comes in for Josh Hart. The Hornets also with a sub. Doncic has checked in for Morris.
Boy, you have to love his demeanor today. Paul George has been dialed in, nothing distracting him.
Trent kicks to Doncic. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
First team foul.
And that one misses.
Luka Doncic has already established himself as a perennial candidate for MVP. He controls the game with the basketball in his hands. He is an incredible driver, and he makes the game easy for the guys around him.
Turner passes to George. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. George has got 17.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
You know, Greg, one thing you got to admire about Miles Turner is how sensational a shot blocker he is. Every year among the leaders in the NBA.
And Kevin, such a dependable defensive anchor. Someone that just reads shooters well, knows when to go after the block.
Hey, this guy is competitive, he's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley doing work inside.
Doncic against Conley. And it's sent back by Turner. Pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Here's Doncic. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And again. Charlotte with the triple.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
They get a hand on it. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
Oh, the ease with which he elevates Wiggins with a highlight move that time.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And it's Conley with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling, but some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
The Nets making a switch here. Hart's checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Collins checked in for Plumlee. Williams comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Alex Caruso. Passes it to Powell. Nets passing it around. Turner with a screen for Powell. Just 4 to shoot. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Nets lead by 14.
If you give up deep post positioning to Norman Powell, forget about it. This guy is skilled at scoring in the paint.
Doncic kicks to Williams. That 3 off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A fourth would be inexcusable.
1:25 left to play here in the half. Hart the pass to Turner. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Doncic. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
Team second.
Now off the inbound, and the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And that's his fourth foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Well, Miles Turner has a lot of value in today's NBA. This guy's got length, athleticism, excellent shot blocker. He can space the floor with the ability to make those jumpers.
Here's Doncic. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%. And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Here's the pass to Powell. Conley inside the line. It's tipped. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Doncic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Michael Conley picks one up.
This guy's such a tough cover. Doncic generates so much offense in so many ways.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Brooklyn leading by 14. Towns looking it over. Collins grabs the miss. LaVine for 3, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached halftime in this one. Nets out in front. They lead by 14. And a chance now to send it up. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Welcome to this. You know, right now for the Nets, man, they've clawed their way into the top 10 in their division, playing with a lot of energy and executing well.
The big question. Now taking a look at that first half of action. It's been tough sledding for the Hornets.
They can't stop anything down low.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from George.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. We've got Doncic. Collins is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beal in at the 2 guard. And both free throws good for Beal. Nets leading by 12. Outside Conley. And a rejection by Zubac.
How about Zubac? Worked so hard on the defensive end. Nicely done.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
outside Turner. Beal against George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Towns for 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And it's sent back by Turner.
Well, you're talking 6'11" and big-time length. Send it back, Mr. Turner.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Brooklyn leading by 15. George with the screen on Doncic. Conley. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Powell with the steal. Conley against Doncic. The shot by George, wide open. It's good from long range. George has got 22 points.
Well, Paul George is a big-time scorer, and it matters not where he is, but you give him a corner 3, he'll take it.
Took him no time at all on that one.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Conley surveying the D. Zubac against George. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Beal against Powell. And Beal kicks to Collins. No good on the triple. And it's Conley with the ball for Brooklyn. They led by as many as 18 points. Outside, George. Tries from 10. Here's Turner. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Well, you love how Miles Turner gets into space in the paint, makes it really hard for the defender not to lean in and get some contact against Turner.
No good on the second free throw. What do you think of the league's most recent CBA? Greg, that 7-year deal just signed.
Well, Kevin, the NBA and Players Association both need to be commended. Labor peace through the rest of the decade. Most pro sports don't have this kind of stability.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, the league says it wants every team to play to win, but All-Star Kevin Durant said it's just not realistic, adding, each year only a few teams can win it. If you're not going to be a playoff or play-in team, might as well go for a top pick. Get some reps for guys who ordinarily wouldn't make the rotation and maybe change their lives as well. Kevin?
And that's an interesting take. Thanks, DA. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one falls for Collins. Nets leading by 11. Conley up top, guarded by Doncic. Outside Conley, pass to George. Back to Conley. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Collins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Turner against Doncic. Zubac in the post. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Hard, he's checked in for Norman Powell. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. It's Hart on the wing. Turner finds George. Turner with a screen for George. Back to Turner. That falls. Nice lead that time from George. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
The defense has 0 clue on how to guard Paul George. A screen and roll genius. Fantastic at knowing when to pass.
Hornets trail by 11. To the paint. And the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Doncic against Conley. Doncic passes to Wiggins. Offensive rebound. Here's Zubac, and it's sent back by Turner. From deep, George. Hornets with the rebound. Collins has got 8 rebounds in this game.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Back to Zubac. Count that one. Zubac has got his second bucket. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And I'll tell you, this is the last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
Morris is checked in for the Nets. Doncic against Conley. Kicks it to George. A 3 from Morris. The shot's good on the assist. By George. George has got 5 assists tonight.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Beal taking his time here. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Zubac. Over Morris. No good from Zubac. Nets leading by 12. Hart gets to Conley. Tries it from 9. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Beal can't get it to go.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Towns, high post. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Doncic left side. .131 left to play here in the third. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, Zubac knows his job, and that's to do the dirty work. Get into the offensive glass.
Conley against Doncic. Towns up top. He's got 5. Morris with the bucket.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Hornets trail by 13. And it's Trent in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hart against Doncic with his first shot attempt. Second chance shot. And Hart with the nice bucket inside. Hart's got his first basket of the night.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Beal with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
35 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Conley. Pass to George. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Conley. The kick out to Williams. And here's Doncic from the arc.
Boy, how about the quickness of Mike Conley to get from defensive stance to contest. That is nice.
And so it's Brooklyn. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Right back after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got George. Josh Hart out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Metu into the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Beal. Morris with a screen on Beal. Here's George. Takes it off the glass. George has got 26.
Boy, you love the tenacity. Defender all over him, and Paul George keeps his focus.
Here's Doncic. Doncic gets it to go inside.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Kennard's shot is off.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Levine. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. The 3-ball from Doncic.
Now, this is what makes Luka so special. He's so unpredictable.
Kennard on the wing. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got 6 assists now in the game. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets, trailing by 10. The dish now to Levine. Beal from long range. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac's positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
Nets leading by 8. Timeout called, the Nets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Mike Conley's checked in for Luke Kennard. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last break, listened in on Jacque Vaughn talking to his team. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's... easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Thanks, David. And it's time for an injury report. Now an update on Miles Turner's injury. Let's go to Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Nets let me know the status. Unfortunately, it looks like that injury is going to be a severely sprained ankle. There's lots of heavy heads in that training room right now. They have no idea when he'll be able to return, but it's certainly not tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
No, I mean, this is a big blow, and it will force the team to make some adjustments, not just in terms of personnel in the court, but in terms of strategy.
The pass to Morris. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Some changes for Charlotte. John Collins, he's checked in for Williams. And Trent subbed in for Levine. Here's Doncic. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Boy, yet another night for Luka Doncic. This guy is forcing everyone to play at his pace right now.
Conley against Doncic. Conley, the pass to Metu. There's the pick. George with the bounce pass. And the shot is good.
Well, there you see Paul George as a facilitator. He can create his own, or he can get somebody else open.
Hornets trail by 6. Up top, Doncic. Over by Conley. Doncic dishes to Beal. Back to Doncic. Pocket 6. Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Yeah, Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
No one near Conley as he lets it go. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch-and-shoot game. All right, Mike.
Collins, that's a two-pointer. No good off the back of the rim. Nets leading by 6. The deep three from George. On the three off target.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Here's Trent. Some solid defense from Hart. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Medu. Three-pointer on the way. Buries it from three-point range. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Doncic finds Zubac. Outside, Beal. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Beal. And that's now 25 points for Luka Doncic. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Timeout called the Nets.
All right, fans. Who needs a t-shirt? Come on.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Well, Anthony Towns checked in for Medu, and it's Powell in for Hart. The Hornets also with a sub. Zach LaVine's checked in for Trent. Conley kicks to George. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Doncic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's LaVine, and LaVine throws it down.
This guy is big time, unafraid in the moments that matter most. LaVine, big time.
And it's Conley penetrating. And the rejection by Zubac. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Hornets trail by 5. On the wing, Doncic. Over by Conley. Passes to Beal. LaVine against Towns. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And George with the stuff.
Terrific activity from Paul George. Sticks his long arms in and mucks up the passing lanes.
Outside for Beal. And here's Collins from outside. Excellent D there from George.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Doncic. Hornets shooting straight 49% from the field. 1:30 left in the fourth. Beal the pass to LaVine. Misses the three.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
George dishes to Conley. The kick out to Towns. Goes up the baseline.
Boy, Zubac's giving you great effort defensively there.
And it's Towns missing. Doncic passes to LaVine. Right side, Collins. Outside for Beal. Over George. And it's sent back by George. To the inside. Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
And it's the Hornets ball. 9-point game. On the wing, LaVine. Back to Doncic. On the wing, LaVine. Doncic outside. And again, the Hornets missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
George dishes to Conley. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's the three. That one doesn't go. There's LaVine. about that bucket.
But Levine able to take on the contact there and still finish. That's a tough shot.
Outside Conley. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job. Thank you for that, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Oldham, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.